empowered communities complete with solar solutions with lithium battery that provides us 24 hours electricity and using renewable materials for our houses. We are very lucky that this innovative concept happens to be also the very important criteria of IFC-World Bank in its new tool, which is called EDGE, which measures the energy efficiency of buildings, whether it's residential or commercial or condominium. So my company was the first recipient of the EDGE award in the Philippines. And after that, they already have some other recipient. And this became the poster child of World Bank. Our company is in the brochure of World Bank. And the one that was given by World Bank and IFC is the Terra Premium models and some low-cost houses. But using the solar solutions with 24 hours lithium battery, we were able to reduce our energy consumption of 32% electricity. And for the water reduction, we were able to do by just using epoxy faucets, which you can get from your Home Depot. We were able to reduce the water consumption for 20%. And for the embodied materials, we were using the permaform panels, which use lesser cement. And we have the smallest houses, which also got the EDGE award. We started, when we got this award, we started with 24 units. So the concept started with my passion for solar and small houses. I started 4 years ago putting 3 bulbs with solar and an acid battery for my small houses. And then the journey becomes a partnership with a global company, with a Belgian group called Infinity. So with the concept, we made solar-powered mass housing, and these are 24-hour and a daytime solution. We have 2 models. Next, please. First models, we lease the solar on top of our houses, and the maintenance is by Infinity Imperial, and the savings are big. Ownership belongs to the Infinity Imperial Solar Group. Increasing yearly lease rate, and there's 0 upfront cost. For the buy, the buyer puts the solar. We put the solar in the houses, and these are being financed through their mortgage with Pag-ibig Fund and BPI. The company also was the one who initiated the participation of the banks into financing solar solutions. So we're very happy that all the banks are in. Next. So this is the typical house that we're selling, and for the daytime solution, which is just 2 panels or 500 watts, we are able to save 14%, and for the 1.1 kilowatt, which is 1,100 watts of panels on top of the roof with battery, we're able to save 24%. This assumption does not include the lifeline subsidies of what's being given by the government to low-income group. It also does not include the assumption of increasing electricity rate in the future. So if you include the lifeline subsidies and the possible increases in electricity due to lack of sources of energy, then it could even go higher. The savings could even be bigger. So this is the typical house that we're doing. The house is 1.2 million. The contract is about 185,000. Then we have a solar, Pag-ibig and BPI finances the solar loan together with the house. So typically they will be paying 2,000 a month, and they will be able to save 500 pesos every month. This is lots of money for low income, especially when you're talking of thousands of homes. And in the country we have a 3.7 million backlog of low-cost housing all over the country. But this is the typical graph. During the daytime, which is the middle, you see the time period. The yellow one is the battery that is being charged by the solar, and the others are the equipment that the buyers are using. If you can see on the highest graph, there's a space, and that space is the excess of the solar, which usually we orient the buyers. They can use through a monitoring device that they can use that excess for using their iron and washing machine. So typically everything can be used in your typical household except for air conditioner for low income group. Next please. We are again doing an innovation next year. The company is coming up with a renewable building solutions coming from a European company. We are going to launch that on next quarter this year. And this is a building technology that is renewable, it's lightweight, it's mold-free, and it has a lifespan of about 100 years. So the owners of this company, we're all building high-end, but for 2 years I've been convincing them that the world is a 1 billion backlog low-cost housing and the Philippines has 3 million. Maybe they should try doing low-cost for this. And we worked for 2 years and finally I was able to convince them to start a partnership in the Philippines. So this is going to be used for, initially for low-cost, but this technology is really good for condominiums and for high-end projects. So watch out for this. This is our first going to be launched condo villas, which is going to be also a 24-hour. So they say that it's not just for residential vertical development. So now we're going into horizontal and we're just waiting for our permit and we're ready to construct using both the solar powered homes, solar solutions with battery, together with our new technology innovation. So this is what happened, and I've been trying to share this concept to all the developers. Every time we talk to them, we say, look, it's going to help give you more sales, because from 0 sales in 2013 with no solar, our company's sales grew up by 300%. So we are sharing the technology to everyone who wants it. These are the partners that we have convinced to join in the solar campaign. And we're very happy that all the Pag-ibig members can now go to Pag-ibig if they want to get a solar package for their house and also their house and lot. But BPI is in, Land Bank is financing our projects, and BDO and Bank of Makati. So there are a lot of banks interested in renewable. They want to be green. So it's good that everybody should jump in. What does it do to the country? So we computed the amount of fossil fuel that you save if we build. Our company is going to expand with 10,000 homes. But for now, we say if you have 5,000 homes, you're able to save $9.2 million of fossil fuel per year and avoid 7,200 of carbon dioxide. So it's eliminated if all these houses are built with solar solutions. When all of the developers are going to be part of this, and I said maybe when I heard about the Department of Public Works and Highways are doing this building code, I guess in other countries they include in the building code the solar or the renewable requirements before they get their building permit. And that would be the day, maybe it would be very easy to achieve that the 3 million homes are using the solar solutions. What do we get out of that? We get a savings of 2.7 billion in fossil fuel, plus it eliminates 1.8 million carbon dioxide. For a simple buyer that we sell, the way we explain to them, aside from the fact that they're getting an EDGE certified home, what we explain is every time you buy a solar solution, you are able to contribute some 1,200 kilos elimination of carbon dioxide per year when you buy that kind of house. And also you're able to save the country $1,800 US in fossil fuel. So everybody is able to contribute if you do this kind of project. Our company has gained a lot of awards. I started with the Financial Times and World Bank and United Nations, UNEP. But the most the most important, the different award that we got is that the first time is we got a monetary award, because the others were really recognitions and all that. But this one, when the sales were going up, we needed a bigger system, and so we were presenting to SAP and Oracle, and then we presented to NetSuite. And every time we present, I would say, look, I'm doing something for the country, and it will help the low income. And NetSuite has a program for companies who are making an impact to mankind. So when I presented, they said, you can qualify, and after a week, we got our award. So the NetSuite, we were able to save 80%, which is about something like 12 million, 4 to 12 million savings per year. So I would always say to all the startup entrepreneurs that you don't have to be really a social enterprise to start with, but if your company is building something that will have impact for the people, for the mankind, for the global community, then you will also get this one. So our company is now the only real estate developer that is a social entrepreneur. So we love it, So these are the next, please. Next. Okay, so we got all of those awards, and we offer it to the people that have recognized this, and we will continue to embrace the renewable aspect of what we're doing. Well, I will end this. Actually, my dream is really to make the Philippines a solar capital of low-cost mass housing in the Asian market, or maybe the world, because we started it here. But I can't do it. The technical, the engineers, the architects will not embrace what we're doing, including the developers. It is already happening, and the World Bank has put us in their brochure, so there's no doubt that it can be done. And to end this, I'd like to show you a short video of the testimonial of our buyer, which is in Tagalog, but we have some clip in English for those who are foreigners. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed.